Hello, in this video I want to look on a do and don't with the AI art prompts. As example, we'll look on a Midjourney, but the same thing will work with a dall-e, with stable diffusion or any other flavor of AI render art, as long they're using the clip model to convert text to the image. So and we'll look on some examples as well. Okay, and sorry if you some prompt come up for a little bit roasting. It's not intentional, and I try not to put any username there at all because we're all learning. We're going with this. And of course, why we want to do this, so we can receive expected result. This is primarily the reason we want to know how to do properly text to prompt. So because it is inside your imagination, okay? And if you receive, you want to imagine something, you want to create it, so you want to have this predictable result, and that is why. If you want to experiment, I'll show you some other experiments in a second, you can do it. First, big no. Don't just copy and paste wherever you can find on the internet, okay? If you want some result, here's one example I found about this. Okay, let's look very fast what is wrong with his. First, so much stuff, okay? It is if clip will going, if AI going create by the weights, it will create, but some of them conflicting inside and some of them won't work. So you kind of need to understand. So let's go first and see what's wrong with this string specifically. And this is, by the way, this is string I took from the feed Midjourney, from the community feed. Okay, so first, majestic, gorgeous, blonde. Okay, that will work. Royal Grand Angel, that is all descriptive, work very, very well, and seems like doing okay, except then we start hitting the stuff, which lens flare, okay, super long hair, we already irrigated details, photorealistic, and outfit extremely octane. This has become octane render, Unreal Engine. Okay, the one thing you need to understand how the way it will work. It's going to the libraries and start reference to those images, whatever you, for example, if I says octane render, it's going to the reference libraries, okay, and search, for example, for octane render, whatever does it look like this image with that was tagged with this. If you have it all of this Unreal Engine, you have it Veta, you have it cinematic, you have it photo shoot. What does photo shoot to do with this? Anyway, you have so wide library of the image can going, it's to the point weight will be so insignificant it won't make any effect. And besides, some of stuff definitely does not do anything to this. For example, you can probably cut almost all of this crop out and it will be fine. But let's just look what it is. Okay, octane render, it's all render, it's using in all games. I don't know why even people use this. Okay, maybe reference Unreal Engine. Yeah, you want maybe with people who render in the games look like a game. Veta Digital, some another Veta effects with a misspell. This will be ignored, by the way, because it's English based. They do have a Chinese based clip and other ones, but usually these words will be ignored. Okay, by Lob, cinematic. Okay, color gradient. Color gradient, you need to specify what color. For example, you can say pastel color gradient. You need to specify because color gradient by itself, it can be absolutely nothing to mean. Okay. So next, photography, photo shoot, same duplicate. This has become more fun. Ultra wide angle and depth of field. If you done any photography like you look here, and it seems they just copy and paste, then in photography, ultra wide angle is going from 50 millimeters and wider, which is almost too impossible to produce depth field. You have a specific lens for this, but here again, we have a depth of field, DOF, which is tilt blur does not apply. Okay, depth of field and ultra wide does not work. You want lenses maybe like at least 50 millimeters, 85 usually. They're using 80 millimeters, 85, 105 millimeters, and so on. You want to do for depth of field if you want correctly. So it will be telephoto, wide, ultra wide angle, and you refer to photography photo shoot, it won't work. So it's already confusing. You will have an inconsistent result just with says, hey, I want of this. Better just ignore this, okay? So depth of field, tilt blur. Actually, if you want to refer tilt blur, it will be tilt shift more refer. Then you will find, because majority tag won't have a tilt blur, okay? So it will be tilt shift. Shutter speed. what is shutter speed to do with this? Seriously, 1/1000 is super fast. And right here, this is more interesting. You have a depth of field, okay, and you have it f22. If you understand photography, f22, it's very shallow. Very wide. It's a removing depth of field. It's when I shoot for the compositing photo shoot, I have it my aperture almost close. So I have the most sharpness in a long distance. So these two, depth of field, DOF, blur, tilde and shift, and f22, it's contradict. So again, they will give it so much wide in this area. It's almost, you don't need to put it, because they will precisely have so much wide access to range of this that better just don't have them, because it's unnecessary weights which you won't translate properly. And f22, if clip can translate, it's excellent, but I don't think it will even understand gamma, what gamma does. Just because you put it gamma, it's referred to the workflow on lighting, like 2.2 gamma workflow or other things. If you do this, at least specify. So if you put it, for example, 2.2, I understand it's usually gamma workflow for the cinema and other things. That okay, that will be working. But just type word gamma does not do anything. White balance, neon. It's getting even worse if you look. Light, dark. Okay, what is a light, dark? Okay, contrast, just write the high contrast. Okay, you have right here by this one. Contrast, 5D. The 5D you refer to camera, Canon 5D camera, so you want that style, then just put it full frame or super resolution or 32K or multiverse. Okay. Anyway, sorry. This is bunch of nonsense start going. If you're going light, backlight, rim lighting, again, lights and lighting. Okay. Sorry, it's just idiotic things when you're putting like this. Okay. Rembrandt lighting, rim light and Rembrandt lighting, it's two different lights. Rembrandt lighting 45 degrees, 35 from top, going light. Rembrandt lighting more sports and different. So you just seriously, it's all of this you need to remove. This become funny. Global illuminations, global illumination again, ambient occlusions, scatter. Okay, if you do with PBR materials on 3D, you will notice what is global illuminations, the ambient occlusion, everything gets referred to specific lighting, and also in some cases to the materials layer. So it's just somebody grab it, like diffraction, grading, scattering, it just copy paste. Same like ray tracing, and ray tracing, by the way, and you're going next with Unreal. Anyway, we just right here, see duplicates. It's telling me the person just saw something, copy paste without understanding what they're doing. And in some cases, what the best way, instead of writing all of this, you can just go to up to maybe right here. Well, let's go up to here. This is all what you needed from all this text. Simplicity is the best. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's go take all of this string, all of this copy, okay? And we're going now to Midjourney right here, and we're going to imagine, just as a test, copy, paste all of this, okay? And just example, we'll go same imagine, and I want a little bit cleaner result. We'll just, okay, I'll give it even a little bit more. So we'll go up to here, and we'll just go render this one as well. Okay, I'm probably missing some maybe element, I think right there, details or extreme blur, but you can see already result is about same. This is one big things don't do. Don't just blindly copy and paste. You better off just to type some nonsense. As I show you example, so right here image, okay, what I did it, portrait of beautiful princess, and after just gribbly globbly mobbly doubly wibbly humbly bubbly dumbly, okay, it's a nonsense. And it's still it is AI will ignore it and everything. It's just nonsense which create a random result and you cannot control. So I will recommend just simplicity. Portrait of beautiful princess, elf princess, done, and you will have it. And I will recommend for you to start with simplicity. Put simplicity and add some stuff. Understand what result you're asking, because main not complain, wrong word. People ask main things to achieve it. It is, I wanted to have. Okay, so this is example. But you ask, what is your recommendation? What you recommend to do? It seems like you are done this before. Yes, I done quite a bit. And here's what I recommend. This is again personal, total my personal recommendation. Okay, and I like to organize. So first, I always put main subject. For example, elf princess. Okay. Remember that order, it's not necessarily important. Okay, in this case. However, what is important for us, separations. You can use it period or you can use it comma. It doesn't matter. I did not find any different. What you find, it is quote do make a difference. So for example, golden hair, like this, that will specify elf princess golden hair. You can, if you want, emphasize and says very long. Okay, and if you want to be sure it's very long hair, let's put this very long hair. Okay, and put it weight on this like this. So you want to emphasize I want very long hair, and by default it's 1. And if you put it less or more, 0.5 less importance, or you put it 2, it's higher importance, so it will be sure it's have it very long hair. So I have it subject. Next I will describing. Again, this is not required. It's my personal approach, personal opinion. It's how I do it. So for example, long hair, what I want to do, standing in the forest. Okay, period. Next, I want to create, for example, full figure, and it's what I have it. You can have it full body or just figure. Okay, if I spell correctly. So after this, it's what I do, technical information, or actually coloring, sorry. For example, this is my object. I describe the object. I describe environment around them. Next, I want, for example, pastel colors. Note, if you just type colors, we'll do maybe a rainbow. It depends what AI decide randomly create. But pastel coloring will tell, okay, this is the colors we will use it. Okay, so you describe what you want it. Next, I want to add something maybe with a lens, like for example 35 millimeters. Okay, that will work because now it will look for 35, which is film. You can do cinematics. Okay, you can also go ahead and add, if you feel like, different ArtStation reference to specific, like ArtStation. So it will go to this library and look on ArtStation. We already start building, and you can see we have it our subject, we have a description of the environment, we have a describing of the colors, all these additional properties, we have a technical information after going what we want to do. And after this, we can put it like parameters, what we want to aspect ratio, but we'll do this after. So you can see the actual, what I found out, the most weight and most importance to this will be, it is not what we describe here as a technical, it is a reference to the artist. I found that if we reference to the specific artist, it will have a much bigger weight. So let me show example. Right here, H.R. Giger, if you know, he did Alien and other ones, and it says forest. And you can see forest done with his style. Even he never draw forest at all. He never done any forest, but right here you can see the forest done in his style. And we can actually even look closer, you know, like on, there you go, it's done with the style, which is actually beautiful. Or I can say, hey, I want something done with a wall brown front area. But notice what is also I added second reference, and this is what is great, most powerful tool. It's not just taking one style, because if we take just this artist style, okay, I think it's going again. Let me find where just I create the style by itself. Like right here, you can see it's a magical, it's nice style was created just by the Emmy was creating Well Brian Fraud Emmy. But we can mix those style, and this is where the power all come together. So I can just says one and here, and you can see right here it's already let's look a little bit closer. It's creating combine two of styles with these weird trees and fantasy style. So this is merging. It's where the best if you want to experiment. Best things to do. It's what you should do. Okay, experiment with styles and artist styles. I found out it's quite a bit have a heavy weight there. So if I says I want some specific style or artist, it's will going and create for me. So same like right here, you can see it's creating with those two artists. Just simple. I put it forest. I don't need to put anything fancy. I want just forest, and I want this style, and there you go. It is creating this way. Next things, what you want to do, if you provide properly technical information, not confusing. Example, I want diorama isometric right here. It's what I want to create. So it's look like tiny city created, and that's what exactly I did. Isometric diorama. You don't need to do a lot of stuff. Okay, you don't need to create fancy things. And notice what I did as example of the steampunk city. Look here. This is of the some other steampunk, and I think this one is, what do we have it again? Another. Well, I have a lot of steampunk, but I have it also Victorian. There's our Victorian city. You see how predictable result in this was. This is same city, only I have it steampunk. I have it Victorian. I think I have this is cyberpunk city. They look exactly similar. Diorama, isometric look. It's all same things, and it's what we wanted. We want this expected result. And actually with the Midjourney, very nice, because now you have the remix option. I'll show you in a second what is it's remix. Then you can change this. Okay, let's go back to our Midjourney, and this is random complete. You can see they look about same. So without all of this stuff, fluff that you don't understand, people put it in, it just come up and creating same things that you don't need it. It just overwhelmed system and made you to much harder to look what's going on there. And I know somebody asked probably about this elf princess, so let's go do this that one. Okay, we go prompt and we'll paste our elf princess, golden hair, and you know I want to create 2x3 portrait look. And one thing what I want to do, how I say properties, if you don't want to exclude like something, we'll just put it no, and right here borders. It's worked very good for the portrait literature or classic painting. No frames. Okay, let's go to render this one. And while it's render this, what I want to show you. So let's go this one. Let's go type settings. Okay, and as we apply settings, right here you notice it's add remix mode. By default, it's unchecked. But if you enable this check mode, then when you make variations, it's actually ask you, do you want to modify? Which is very, very good option right now in Midjourney, because we can change one small details if we like our result. Example, let's go right here and say we have it, let's go this one. So I'll go click, make variation, and right there, instead Victorian, let's go to put it retro futuristic city. Let's submit. By the way, also you'll notice I have it in some cases where it says like 8K textures because I was testing. I did not see any result. People tell me, actually the posting says, hey, if you put 8K textures, you find this, or a 4K texture. I did not find any change in my images. However, it does not mean it's not there. Maybe it needs some other line, but if you have it something where 8K does make different, please let me know, post it, comment, and let me know, show me, yeah, it's make different in this specific areas. And right here we have it, our golden hair, very long. It's what we wanted. Remember, we put weight on this. We definitely need to work around some of these images or twink with line, but right here we have it, our futuristic city. Okay, same things. It's what I like about variations now. I said I don't want retro futuristic. I want maybe dystopian. Okay, let's go to different. But again, because we put it this predictability like asymmetric and other ones. These will give us predictable result, and that's what you want to do. Okay, other things beside create all this stuff, what you can experiment and tell you true, you maybe will work for you. Yes, I don't know will be or not, but it is mix artist. It is nice to mix artists, but for example, sometimes it's get overwhelmed. It's become mud. I don't know if you ever painting with paint and you put it like green color and you says, hey, I will add yellow a little bit, and you start mixing colors to create. If you put too much color in it, it's become brown or black, just mud. Okay, it's come up something tasteless color that does not work if you just dump all together. And it's what I feel many times happening with where you put it too many reference to artists. If you do put it reference to artists, be sure list in same style. Sometimes if we have too many of them, I found then if you put a different genres and everything, they all work when this little one. And you saw when I have two, I have a fantasy and I have it kind of horror sci-fi. They kind of work together, okay? But if I add more and more, like grab and dump bunch of them, it won't work the styles. It just become mud and all randomly. Okay, so right here, and apparently the stop and look exactly the same. I don't want to upscale, but I want to change this maybe to something else. You know what? I never try Flintstone. I think it's Flintstone. Flintstone. Okay, I don't know what has come up. We'll try, we'll see. But this is the variation. I love it because now you can take small things, make variations like in this case, and adjust, for example, what do we want? Pastel colors. Let's remove this maybe. It does not seem like do for us anything. Okay, we want to remove some weights so it's be more predictable. And maybe we want to young elf princess, so we can add, and it's recreating this way. Oh yeah, it's kind of creating Flintstone City. I don't know what this city is, but there you go. Oh, Simpsons, there is a city. Maybe we should create it. Okay, let's go now to the profiles. Okay, community feed, and general. It's what I love this place because you can go and see what people does, because this is some very funny creative. But if we also look on how clean some of this, the easy description is going. Of course, some how say it's not on purpose if I kind of tell, but right here we have 4K HD. Well, HD is 1024. So if you put it these resolutions, they not necessarily will work. And if you find the work how I said before, let me know. But to me, it's a miss. It just says, hey, any resolution, because you have 4, 8K, and HD. Okay, realistic. So I found actually photorealistic and realistic do work. Actually very good. Sharp focus, wide shot, extremely detailed. So elaborate. They're nice, the heavy weight, but again repeating, and we have it again right here. I guarantee you it's probably copy paste without understanding. Octane render and Unreal Engine. If you're interested what it is, just go Google what is Octane render, what is Unreal Engines, why they are different, why they cannot do it this way. Okay, let's go next down. The reference, how to say, to specific, it's work always very nice. I mean, it's best way to go. I like the very simplicity look. For example, right here you can see portrait of Kiddo Light, ultra realistic 8K, work perfectly. You don't need very complex as you define. And again, right here, reference to the artist is always have a heavy weight, we can say in the words, and it's put it there. This again, very nice done. You have it right here, your Unreal Engine 5, you even specify 32K. And 32K, you know, if you want high resolution, you need to put it, because many times, how I say, I did not find when you put it 32K, because engine need understand what is reference. People need tag this word. It's meaning it's work by the reference. It's somebody create image in 3D or whatever, and in the meta tags or whatever, they put it 32K, then it will find and try to reference look like. But if it doesn't, engine is not that smart to understand, oh, 32K, they speak about texture. No, it doesn't. It does not understand that. Okay. So the same right here, we can go over things, and you can see the best result, what we have it's when reference to the artist. That is the best do stuff if you like any specific things. And how I say, sometimes you can find some stuff that people put it, and most time, honestly, I by myself do this sometimes. I just kept it almost like copy paste without thinking stuff. You know, you just, okay, it's there. Let's just put it and go this way. But if you create from the scratch, most time just pay attention what you're using. Okay, right here is very nice actually. Again, notice you don't need to have it very this complex, so you can access and creating very nice art. Okay, I think that is about cover. How I say, it's not that much done and do as a huge list go over. Majority of what I said, you saw the structure. Again, this is my personal preference, so I can access. Don't copy and paste somebody without understanding. Okay, don't try also to kind of playing with a different type of the coloring, because that is confusing. In a way, you can put it like pastel colors, and you can put rainbow colors. Now, once assign a couple, put it, and it will create different. You could specify coloring itself. You can specify green, red, blue, whatever. Put it in one sense. And let me show you this one. So we go imagine, and we can have it ball. Okay, and here I can have it red, blue, green. Oh, I missed a green griffin. Okay, we'll see what's come up with that. And of course, because I misspelled green, it will ignoring. It probably says what the color you want me to do. But overall, red and blue, which was right here. Notice I put them in a comma. So emphasize I want them together, and it will keep this palette. Probably it's the best way for you to do instead typing, if you saw right there, the color palette. Color palette, it does not mean anything, so be sure you put it some more meaning stuff to it. Okay, I actually want to keep it this video short, and it's already creep out 27 minutes, so I'll be ending this. Probably come back after with the more tips and how to structure a little bit on the prompts, how to do this. Thank you for watching this video. Give thumb up, subscribe, put it likes, tell other people if you like it. Please give me ideas what you're using. Okay, your prompt, what you find is best work for you, what you find it does not, and make very huge mess. That is kind of interesting as well. And thank you for watching this video, and do something fun with Midjourney and AI art. Thank you. Bye.